Today I've come to beautiful Lumpini Park here in Bangkok, and I want to talk about something that not only derails a lot of vacation plans here in the country of Thailand, but also ruins a lot of people's lives in general. And it's something that I've decided to stop doing. Let me explain. And I am, of course, talking about alcohol. I'm not here to preach, but I want to give you my experiences and why I've decided to stop drinking alcohol while living here in the country of Thailand. This video is a little bit different than my regular videos because, well, this one is a lot more personal in nature because I'm sharing some very intimate aspects of my life with you guys. When I first arrived in Thailand about a year and a half ago, I had not drank alcohol for about 4 months. The reason I did that was because of health, trying to get my blood pressure and my cholesterol levels down to normal and to get off some of the medications. And I lasted here about 2 months, maintaining that healthy lifestyle. But as it is Thailand, going out with people and partying and enjoying yourself, I eventually started drinking again. Now, alcohol was never a problem for me. I just love a good glass of wine or a good cocktail. But I found that for me, it kind of got in the way of things. I didn't feel great the next day, my productivity went down, and I just didn't always feel as good as I should after drinking. I had originally stopped drinking alcohol in the US before coming here because, like I said, I wanted to just get in better shape, lose some weight, and just improve my overall health and my blood markers, all of that stuff. So it was pretty easy. For me, when I decide to stop, I can stop pretty quickly. And of course, different people will read differently into this video. My whole goal here is just to share my experiences and hopefully encourage you if you're having any kind of issues, or if you just want a healthier lifestyle, that maybe you can give up alcohol for 2 months, 3 months, a year, or forever. That will be up to you. Looks like I have no way to cross here, so let's do this and see if I can continue talking. Again, I'm in no way trying to tell you guys what to do or trying to preach to you. Be holier than thou and talk about why not drinking is good for you. Just sharing my own experiences and what works for me. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't, but maybe you can try it. Whoa, don't fall. Maybe you can try it out and see if it helps you. And I feel that I have a lot of professional subject matter experience in this field because I spent 12 years in law enforcement in America, and I dealt with a lot of people with substance addiction, alcoholism, and the similar type of thing. So I'm sharing things based on my own personal experience as well as my professional experience. When I moved here, I was a little bit on vacation mode, even though I knew I was moving to Thailand permanently. Well, permanently until I decide to leave, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But for the first few months, I didn't drink, even though I lived right next to Soy Cowboy, and I went and visited places. I just chose to have a soda or maybe a non-alcoholic beer at times. But then eventually, hanging out with friends and people that I'd met here, I decided to just have a few drinks. And then that's just started the regular socializing, going out for drinks, maybe going down to Pattaya once in a while to party. But the whole time, I just didn't like the way it was making me feel. I wasn't having problems where I had to drink every day or was going overboard. However, alcohol, as you might or might not know, is a CNS depressant. CNS is basically central nervous system. And what it does is it depresses you, it slows you down. Whereas things like caffeine, cocaine, some of those drugs, they are more of an upper and they increase your mood. And I just found that for me, alcohol was just kind of putting me into more of a downer mood, making me less productive, which is quite common, and just didn't make me feel as energetic and good as I would when I wasn't drinking alcohol. The other major downfall of alcohol, at least for me, was the fact that I would eat crap when I drank. You would have dinner, go out, have some drinks, and then all of a sudden, like at midnight, 1 in the morning, you would want to go eat something again. And then I started putting on the pounds. When I arrived in Thailand, I was probably about 214 pounds. And then 6 months later, I had gained about 10 pounds. So for me, just cutting it out also decreased my food and calorie intake and just made me feel so much better about everything I was doing. Unfortunately, I've seen way too many people who have moved here to Thailand get into the habit of drinking on a daily basis, and I've seen friends and acquaintances really screw up a lot of their productivity, their personal relationships, their professional relationships, all because of alcohol. It is a very dangerous drug. A lot of people don't really put that much credence into it, but it can absolutely screw you up. And after a while, I decided to stop drinking one day, and I didn't drink for about 4 months here, and I felt great. But then I went back to the US to visit friends and family, and food and good wine, or maybe a cocktail with friends or a beer, it just kind of goes hand in hand. So I picked up drinking again. After coming back here to Thailand, I started gaining weight again because of just not exercising, eating too much, maybe having some drinks. And again, I went to the doctor and I realized that I really need to get things under control. Like I mentioned earlier, I've got some high blood pressure, I've got some other medical issues that I know are all based on weight. So I've been going to the gym now for 1 month. I've been working out, I've lost about 3 kilograms, and I stopped drinking alcohol 2 months ago. And that has made like a huge difference again. I just feel so much better. And I don't know when I will start again, but right now I just feel great without it. And for me, this is working perfectly. Part of drinking is just social culture. It is socializing with people much like you do when you eat food with friends and family. However, I've seen too many times here where it goes completely overboard. And while I won't mention its name, there's a certain city that is south of Bangkok where I normally would see people drinking at 8 or 9 in the morning, sitting in a bar by themselves. And to be quite honest with you, they looked really miserable. It's just that alcohol ruins so many people's lives. I'm sure you're aware of this. As I mentioned earlier, my 12 years of law enforcement experience really opened up my eyes to how destructive alcohol can be in people's lives. I've dealt with numerous domestic violence situations, drunk drivers, hit and runs, and assaults, all because of alcohol. And it really, like I said, it really opened my eyes as to some of the problems it can cause. And unfortunately, I've got some family members who also have some addiction issues. So I'm well aware of it on a very personal level. Also want to make sure that if you're having any problems with alcohol or substance addiction, that you do reach out and try to get some help. In the description below, I'll put some resources here in Thailand that are available to you. Many of you might or might not know, but there are a number of resources available here in Thailand, including AA and NA, which is Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. So if you need any of those resources, please do utilize them. If you're having any issues, please reach out. I'm sure there's a friend that you can talk to that is willing to sit down and listen and help you in any way they can. And as I've mentioned, I'm on month number 2 of no alcohol on this go around. And right now, as great as I do feel, there probably will be some time here in the near future where I decide to go out with a couple friends and have a couple drinks. Fortunately for me, it has never gotten to be a problem where I relied on alcohol for daily use or I felt bad if I didn't drink it. So I'm able to just stop drinking whenever I want. And I know that for a lot of people, that is not the case. So I do not want to make light of this situation at all. The nightlife scene here in Thailand, especially here in Bangkok, is prolific. And one of the things I would like to encourage you is if you do have a friend who doesn't drink for whatever reason, let them come out with you. Some people feel that if they have a friend who doesn't drink, that they don't want to bring them out because they might not be any fun, or you might be enticing the person to drink if they are indeed an alcoholic. But talk to your friends and see if they want to come. I love going out with my friends to bars and places. Even when I'm not drinking, I can still have a great time without a drop of alcohol, and it's quite possible that your friends are the same way. And guys, I'm really trying my hardest not to make this video sound preachy or like I'm talking down to you guys. Hopefully that is not the way it's coming across, because that is the last thing I want to do. I just wanted to share my experiences and something that I felt was important for me and maybe important for some of you, and that's all this is. I hope you've enjoyed this very personal video into the life with Serg. I mean, this channel is about life, what I do with my life, sharing it with you guys. And I wanted to share this very personal aspect of it. Check out some of my other videos. Guys, please don't forget to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.